Hey, it's your Auntie Annie, back again with another great recipe for you. Today I'm going to be doing Chinese style fried rice. Now, the Chinese, they invented fried rice. I think it's a way of them utilizing leftover rice. The great thing about fried rice, you can always make it your own. You can use whatever meats you want, whether it be chicken, whether beef, shrimp, I usually make a nice Chinese sausage one as well. I won't be doing that one today. Today I'll be doing a shrimp and egg fried rice. You can use whatever kind of vegetables you want as well. Anything you want, you can literally, as my dad would say, throw in the kitchen sink. But anyway, the preparation actually takes longer than the actual cooking time. So it's cutting up all your little vegetables, seasoning, doing all this, making your sauce, everything. So I'm going to walk you through how I do mine, and I'm going to show you how easy it is for you to prepare it, and hope you'll try this recipe. Okay, I'm back. So I'm going to show you what I'm using today. Um, so I'm going to be using mushroom, shrimp, egg, uh, sweet peas, carrots, scallion. I don't use onions when I do mine, garlic, and some sweet pepper. So, of course, my rice, about 3 cups a day old rice. I've mixed my sauce as well, which includes soy sauce, oyster sauce. All of the ingredients will be listed in below the video. So the first thing I try to do is that I try to pre-cook my mushroom. The thing about mushroom, it's sometimes depend on it lacks real flavor. So what I normally like to do is pre-cook mine so that add some flavor to it, and then I'll incorporate it into my stir fry. So I'm just heating up some oil there. I'm going to go ahead, once it's heated up, add the mushrooms, and then I'll come back. So my little frying pan is hot. I'm going to use 1 clove of garlic that I've cut up, and I'm just going to let it get infused in the oil for about maybe 30 seconds. No more, because you don't want to burn it. So once I have that going, I'm going to add my mushrooms. There we go. As soon as you start to smell the garlic, you know you're ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead, add these in. So with mushroom, you know, you can start out with a lot and it will just come down to a small amount. So I like to do this step because it helps to impart more flavor to it. So once I'm got them ready, I'll come back and I'll show you how I finish up with this. Okay, so now I'm gonna just a pinch of salt, because the sauce has a lot of salt in there with the thing. Same with garlic powder, a little black pepper, and I just add maybe half a teaspoon of oyster sauce, just very little, because like I said, you know, a lot of the sauce has enough salt in there. And we'll go ahead and just a touch of hoisin as well. Same thing, about maybe half a teaspoon like that. So once this is cooked, which is almost done now, I'm going to set it aside, and then I'm going to go ahead and cook my shrimp as well. Okay? Auntie Annie's back. Okay, so the mushrooms are all done. If you see how it's been reduced, delicious. So I'm going to go ahead in the same pan. I'm going to go ahead and add my shrimp. And I've gone ahead and I've cut them up in smaller bits to make it easier. So I'm just going to stir fry these for maybe, oh gosh, no more than a minute or so, because the shrimp cooks very quickly. And I'm going to just add a little bit of salt to this. Pinch of salt, black pepper, and garlic powder. And as soon as it starts to turn pink, you know that your shrimp are cooked. So the only thing I'm going to do a little bit different with mine, you don't need to do this, but because I like the pepper, I have some chili oil here. I'm going to be adding just about half a teaspoon to the shrimp because I like it spicy. So you don't have to do that step for sure, but for me, I love the taste of it. So this is almost done now. You don't want to overcook your shrimp either because it'll get tough. So I'm going to remove this, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to add. Okay, shrimp is done. Like I said, looks delish. I'm going to go ahead and add it, take it off the stove, add it to a container, and I'm done with this frying pan. I'm going to go ahead, get my other pan ready for the actual fried rice now. So when I have everything ready to go, I'll come back and show you that. Okay. So at this time, I'm going to go ahead. I have my pot heated up. I have about 2 tablespoons of oil in there. I'm going to go ahead and add the egg. So we're just going to push this around. We don't want it too overcooked. Want it like we're going to do a scramble. So you see it's coming together nicely. Let's turn this fire up a little bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this out, and if I need to add a little bit more oil, and then I'm going to come back and show you when I'm sauteing the vegetables, okay? So I'm going to just let this for maybe about 15 more seconds, take this out, and we'll be back shortly. So I'm going to be adding all my vegetables at this point. Carrots, sweet pepper, and I'm going to just saute that for about 30 seconds. Then I'm going to add the rest of it. So like I said, you can add any kind of vegetable you want. You want to put broccoli, cauliflower, beans, whatever you want. You can make it your own. This is just how I do mine. So garlic in, and I'm going to put the scallion. Going to go in as well. Get rid of this. I'm just going to give it a quick toss. I don't use onions in mine. That's maybe because cooking for mom hated onions. So I just use scallion. And I find that the scallion or green onions, they impart a lot of flavor. So it just maybe about less than a minute, just stir it in. At this point, I'm going to be adding my green peas, which it's fresh frozen green beans. So I've put them in a little hot water and going to stir fry them. So because I like to season as I go along, I do add a little bit of garlic powder, black pepper, not much salt because, as I said, salt. A lot of the ingredients for the sauce have salt in there. So okay, so here we go. Now, our important ingredient, the rice. This is about 3 cups of rice, which I cooked before, was in the fridge, taking it out maybe an hour before. So now I'm going to add it. It's really about heating the rice all the way through. I'm going to incorporate all the vegetables in there. Some people they cook theirs with just a packet of mixed vegetables. That's fine. The great thing about fried rice, it comes in any different versions you want. One of my favorites though is the Chinese sausage, but today I'm just making shrimp and egg. So we're gonna make this go for about a minute. I'll come back as soon as I go ahead and add the rest of the ingredients. Okay, so really this process is just kind of heating your rice through. So I'm done with that. I'm gonna go ahead now, add back my mushrooms in first. And like I said, if you do this extra step with the mushroom, you'll realize it gives your fried rice so much more flavor. So I'm going to go ahead and toss that around. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead, add my egg. It smells so good already. I haven't even put the sauce in yet. So you can make the rice as dark as you want or as light as you want, right? It's up to you. And then we're going to throw back in. Oops, I got to be careful here because this is putting a lot of juice in there. So I got to be careful that I don't. What the hell? Just washing my hands quickly. So now we're going to go ahead and stir everything together. Oh, that looks good. Stir it all together. So you can use a wok to do this, which is mostly what they do. I don't have a wok, so I just use my saute pan, which works out pretty well. So once I have everything kind of together now, I'm going to go ahead and add my sauce. So I'm going to quickly just give it a stir. Make sure everything is... So all the list of all the ingredients for the sauce will be in the description of the video. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to just kind of lightly pour it over first. I'm not going to do all at once because you don't know if you want it that whatever color. So I'm going to go ahead. Toss it all over. Try to get it in as much as possible. If I need to add a little bit more sauce, I will. Same with when my mom used to do it. She never added eggs in there because she didn't eat eggs. So we'd be no eggs, no onions. Anyway, you know, Mom, love her to death. She had her own little quirks in life. So I think I'll add just a little bit more sauce in this. Give it another stir. And actually, we're almost done. One secret ingredient I'm going to add at the end is just a little bit, maybe half a teaspoon of sugar over everything. And then just stir, make sure you stir it up on all the rice, gets the color, and there are no lumps or anything in there. And actually, we're almost like, we're done. So I think I'll just add a little bit more. Might as well just utilize it and get it the color that I want. Oh, here we go. So if you want less soy sauce, then add less to your, if you want the color less, you add less of the soy sauce. The dark soy sauce is what gives it this rich flavor. So I'm just making sure that all the rice is all coated in the sauce. I can turn off my fire now because the heat's going to go through. And we're done. Our Chinese style shrimp and egg Fried rice is done. So let's give it a little taste, see if it needs anything. It's good, man. Nice. And nice, I can taste the chili oil too, so it's really nice. Anyhow, I hope you'll try this recipe. It's another easy recipe as well that doesn't take a lot. Like I say, the prepping of the vegetables and whatever meat you're going to use takes the longest. The actual frying time is not that long. Stir frying time. So I hope you give it a try. And remember always, subscribe, like my videos, and tell a friend about it. And we'll continue to go ahead and cook so that the legacy of our Jamaican heritage can go on with our family. All right. Till we meet again, one love.